Our Crosley compact boombox cassette player, AM/FM radio recorder, and it has Bluetooth. And Bluetooth is the magic word right there, because that means that you could take this cool little machine, take it to the park, take it to the beach, take it wherever you go. You can actually play and record, yes, cassette tapes. Look, we've got our awesome mixtape right here. You can play cassettes. You can also record onto cassette any of the music that you're listening to on the radio or whatever else you want to record. Even if you want to record each other, you can do that. But the magic here is that it has Bluetooth. And what that means is that this will automatically connect via your Bluetooth signal on your phone or your tablets to be able to play all your music collections. So if you've got your favorite mixes on your phone that you'd love to listen to, you can listen to them in a portable way right through the speakers that are built into this. I love it because it only weighs a few pounds. I mean, look at it. This is the kind of radio we had back in the 70s and 80s, right? It goes anywhere with you. Really cool thing too is it's dual power. So you can plug it in when you're home if you want to record something or if you want to listen to music. But you can also put D batteries in, you could take it with you. And that's really what these were designed for, to be able to take our music wherever we go. Love putting a tape in here. There's just something really cool about that. But remember, you've also got a Bluetooth setting on top so you can play your Bluetooth music. I have a limited number of these. They are $15 off at only $44.99. If you want to get a radio that plays great music and cassettes, an AM/FM radio, listen to the game, take it to the beach, super cool look, you can get one of these today for a fraction of our regular price. Aaron Berger is standing by, and Aaron Berger knows my affinity for these retro 80s things, probably because I was around for that decade, and I was old enough to appreciate that decade, and I'm obviously, we appreciate having you Skyping in. Aaron, you know how much I love this stuff. I mean, this is the greatest, coolest, old school, new school stuff that we carry. Love it.
Same, I love it. I mean, I've studied music my whole life. You know, I studied music a lot in high school and a lot in college, and sort of majored in. And this is how I studied it. You know, there were, by the time I was in college, especially, there were a lot of discs around. But in high school, it was all tape, and I love it. I love the sound of it. I didn't know until I got this that I had tapes still. I went to my storage unit. I found 21 tapes. I'm going to play a couple of them for you today. I'll bet you anything, there's a drawer in your house or a box in the garage, or maybe even at your parents' house in the attic, that has so many memories on it. So quick little just look around here. This is wireless, as you mentioned, AM/FM radio. So I just mentioned, as we get into storm season, a lot of us want to have a battery powered. This comes with a cable as well, so you don't have to use the batteries. But it's nice to have a battery powered AM/FM radio. Frankly, every home should have one. In hurricane season, in flood season, in tornado season. So just having that is a really, really nice feature with the antenna, AM/FM. That's the first thing. The next thing, I've already got it playing. Guy, you mentioned, let me hit play here, the Bluetooth. So we go into our Bluetooth mode here. There's 3 different modes. There's a Bluetooth mode, there's a tape mode, and and that just took over. There's a Bluetooth mode, there's a tape mode, and there's an AM/FM mode. And the nice thing about Bluetooth, of course, is if you're listening on Spotify or you're listening on any of the various apps that are out there, there's so much you can listen to. You know what I actually listen to, have listened to a lot on this lately, are my Audible books. I get tired of having my AirPods in or tired of listening to it in the car. Sometimes when I'm home, like when I'm cleaning or when I'm setting up for a show, I listen to books on tape a lot. So I love the Bluetooth function. But for me, what this is really all about is what I'm about to show you right now, and that's tapes, man. What do you have on tape? I'll bet you have mixtapes from old boyfriends and girlfriends. You've probably got some Journey somewhere. You've probably got some Steely Dan. I don't know why that one came to mind. Guy can help me think of bands here in a minute. Some AC/DC maybe. This is, I said I studied music, and so this is the Opera Bizet that I happen to have around from when I studied it. But I want to show you one other thing that is very special to me. I found, Guy, this is pretty cool. I've only sold this twice on air, so you'll be the 4th person to hear this in the last 27 years. 1993 St. Xavier High School cast of Guys and Dolls. Okay, no kidding. Aaron Berger playing Benny South Street. Yeah, here we go. Here's a couple of bars for your listening pleasure. Now that's Alex. This next one's me. This is me. Chances are he's insane. There you go, in stereo.
See,
so look, that's what tapes bring back to us, right?
how else would you be able to do that if you didn't have a cassette player? And by the way, just for your own knowledge, you can still go and find cassettes anywhere. They still have the old record store still carries cassettes. You can still buy them online and make your own cassettes, and you can record things that you want to record. But for me, the beauty is really the Bluetooth. And if you look at the top of this, you'll see there's a setting here that goes AM, FM, and then there's one that says radio, tape, or Bluetooth. All you do is click it on Bluetooth, and now we are playing. Dee, pop this back up. Every time you walk away, it disappears. Can you just put that back on play for me? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the music that's on our phone or tablets. What happens is it just keeps disconnecting, which it'll do that if we don't continue to play, but you'll get to hear it. Do you have it back on? Here we go. So what you're listening to now is what's actually what's on your phone. So if you've got music collections, you can play them. I'll turn it up. And I'll tell you, you gotta give this thing credit. You get a lot of sound out of this, Aaron.
It's loud.
Considering it's
really
compact.
Loud, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I love that too. In fact, one of the reviews that you'll read, one of the first things in one of the reviews that you read, she says, I keep the volume on level 1 all the time. It has such good speakers.
It's really loud, I know.
It really does have a lot of sound. To, be your portable Bluetooth speaker. Obviously, playing tape is one of the best things about it. Listen to the radio, listening to NPR, or listening to your favorite top 40s when you're at the beach. It's nice because you certainly don't have to baby it. It has a rough and tumble construction to it, only weighs about 3 pounds. I think a lot of us or some of us, not maybe a lot, but are starting to think about Christmas gifts already. We did Christmas in July a few weeks ago at HSN. What, for the person who has everything, who's in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, this is something that will take them way back and that they'll love.
Yeah, I love the old school analog dials and things like. I mean, to me, this is exactly. It's funny. My father used to have a radio exactly like this. This was a little bit smaller. You remember you could get little tiny radios, but this was the one that you would bring. This was like the first generation of kind of like a boombox before. Later in the '80s, you'd get those. You'd get these big honking ones that were giant. What's nice about this one is it only weighs 3 pounds, so you can take it. Look at the old school. There's an old school VU meter. That's like when you go to radio college, they teach you all about the basically volume units is what that stands for. But it's how you adjust the levels of sound and things like that when you're learning radio. And so there's an old school VU meter on there, and that thing will bounce around and dance as the music plays. But I love the fact that you can scroll through. It's AM and FM. A lot of times when you buy the retro boxes, they only have FM, but it's kind of neat to have AM too, because that's original. That's how it was. I can remember, listening to, school closings. We'd always go to the AM radio because those had the local school closing.
Yes.
Do you remember? So that's where you would go.
That until you just said it, yeah.
Yeah. So really a great deal. And I love the design. I love the stainless design of it. It's a very substantial machine. It weighs about 3.5 pounds, but you'll love how it feels and how it looks. My image is having this like on your beach towel at the beach. You know what I mean, Aaron?
I totally do. It's awesome in the garage as well.
Yeah,
and I'm usually like when I'm shaving in the bathroom, I'll turn it on. I've just found all these old tapes, this music that I haven't listened to for years and years. Something else kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see it light wise, but I think you can. So when the radio's off, this doesn't light, but when you turn the radio portion on, this all lights up as well. The UV meter and the little area where you
can see. There's mine. Yeah, you can sort of see.
Yeah, you can see it really well on this video. Isn't that cool?
That's wicked cool. Love it. And that, even that light is old school, that they put the red light on the inside. It's really, really neat. 687-168, or 168 if you want to pick it up. Look, it's playing already. Aaron, thank you. Great job. Love this retro stuff.
Thanks,
super
buddy.
Cool. Great gift for anybody out there that just loves music. We appreciate you, buddy. We'll see you next time.
See you soon. Thanks, guy.
All right. Thanks, Aaron. All right. We're going to move on. If you want to get it, it's a customer pick. Read the reviews on it. $15 off today. And they gave us 4 flex. They gave us an extra flex, $11.20.